Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Detail. Just a fun short video today. I wanted to show you how wet sanding affects and improves scratches. Deep scratches, moderate scratches, scratches through the clear coat, scratches through the clear base coat primer all the way down to the material. We're going to take a closer look. I'm going to show you up close what a scratch looks like. It's filled with jagged edges, and that is where the light it jumps into the valley of the scratch, refracts off of all of those sharp edges and peaks and valleys, and reflects back out into our eyes, and just makes the scratch an ungodly, awful event on the surface of your paint. There are two scratches side by side. The one on the right is fresh. The one on the left here is, it has been corrected already. It's been wet sanded and polished. You're going to see the difference. Here it blends in a lot more with the surface. So unless you're looking for it, or you know where it is, or you're really close to the surface of the car, you'll generally pass by it without noticing it at all because we've rounded all of the jagged edges within the valley of the scratch. And then back over once again to that fresh scratch where you can see all the jagged edges. The light is in the valley of the scratch, reflecting off of all those peaks and valleys, and just makes it look god-awful. You can see the metal flake within the base coat color, really giving it its gorgeous look. And we want to wet sand first, and it's going to be a two-step for wet sanding, starting with 2500 grit, then step up to 3000 grit. And there are wet-dry sand methods. Both are fantastic. I like the wet sanding method because it controls dust. It doesn't let dust get up into the air of our shop to land on other things. It stays into a residue that I can easily wipe off and discard of. So as you can see, we're going the motions of the direction of the scratch, getting in there and smoothing out all of those jagged edges. So two big reasons that I like wet sanding, and the first is this right here, the control of residue and also dust in the air. I'm going to show you another reason later on in the video. So we'll wipe off the residue, we'll come in, and after that first step, let's take a look under the microscope, and you're going to see we're slowly starting to blend in that scratch with the metal flake paint. Slowly. And as we go and complete each step, it will blend in even more and make that god-awful scratch a little bit more bearable to deal with. Now we're going to go with the palm sander, and we have 3000 grit. This is a Trizac disc attached to it. And I'm just going to sand until I see that white milky substance, that's clear coat coming loose. And I also sand a larger area to help blend in the area I'm sanding. You don't want to keep sanding in one concentrated area on the panel. It will bring more attention to itself. You'll know exactly what I mean if you try it. Now, after the second step, let's come in and take a closer look. And you can see what we're doing is using smaller scratches to remove the rather large scratch. And as we take a closer look, it's helping to blend in yet a little bit better. It's not going to get rid of it altogether. Both of these scratches are through the clear coat. And the second one I made here that we're working on is actually through the clear into the base down into the metal itself. Let's jump to the last step, and that's just to polish out the sand marks. I'll use a Fiber and the cut and finish from Sonax. All three steps combined help to smooth out all of the jagged edges, the peaks and valleys within that scratch. And we'll come in, we'll take a closer look. Really the only thing that you're going to be able to see, unless you're up close against the panel, are the areas that are scratched through the clear coat, base coat, down into the panel itself. This area here we just corrected, where it isn't scratched through the color coat actually looks better than the original scratch that we wet sanded and polished. We just need to break out the touch-up paint, do a little bit of touch-up, and this area will look fantastic once again, and will only be noticed if you know where it is or you're looking for it. Let's take a close look. I tried to get both areas where it's scratched through the base coat and also through the clear down into the base coat. And you can see up close now what it looks like as a finished product within the correction. All we have to do is some touch-up. Here we have our media, the sanding media, the wet sanding paper, under the microscope so I could show you why I like the wet sanding method as the second reason here. You'll see all these spots that I'm pointing to. This is a brand new sheet that hasn't even been used. That's why it's a great idea to soak them first and to keep water flowing onto the panel as you're sanding so residue, dirt, dust nibs, whatever, doesn't get caught up in there. Here's one of the Roops discs, different designs, and you'll see that as I keep switching discs. As you can see, dirt gets caught up in there as well. Grit, dust nibs. Here is a Trizac disc. So you'll see the directional pattern here. After just one use, it'll start to crack, and you can get grit caught up in there. And even on the designs themselves, you can get a buildup of residue. Keep them flushed. Soak them before you use them. Keep the water flowing within the area, and you're going to be perfectly fine. This has been Brian from Apex Detail. I hope that sheds some light on scratches and how wet sanding affects them. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. I'll catch you guys in the next video.